Hello, everyone. I'm Becky Hennessy, your DGC president. The board and I would like to welcome you to our final concert of the year, our Pops concert titled True Colors. And while our staff has really gotten the hang of it, we certainly look forward to being back with our singers in person, hopefully this fall. Nonetheless, we actually love that these online concerts allow those of you who aren't local and normally able to join our in-person performances to be with us today. Our Pops concert is always a family favorite and a fun way to close out our year. We want to thank all of you at home who have supported your singers as they continue doing virtual DGC this year. It's not an easy way to learn music, different voice parts, and choreography, especially after a long day of school. But these girls have hung in there and given it their all. We are inspired by their enthusiasm for learning new music and for being a part of the Danville Girls Chorus. And as always, the board and I want to recognize and thank our fabulous directors who lead and guide our girls each week. Our artistic director, Ken Abrams, and assistant directors, Jennifer Brown, Angela Borba, and Dorita Seth, and of course, our wonderful accompanists and classroom helpers. We now invite you to sit back and enjoy our show. And now, here's our artistic director, Mr. Ken Abrams.
Thank you, Mrs. Hennessy, and a huge thank you to all our DGC board members for keeping the organization afloat during this past year of Zoom calls and online recordings. Also, once again, my hat is off to all our teachers and staff members for doing a fantastic job of keeping the girls engaged and keeping the DGC spirit alive. Today's concert is themed True Colors, and appropriately, each song will mention a different color of the rainbow. Reminder, you can get a program of this concert by going online to our DGC Google Drive. I think Kirsten will type it in right now, and anybody else who'd like it, you can have it as a souvenir copy. I got to see all of the videos ahead of time, and I know you're going to be impressed, and not only with the students' singing and performing abilities, but also with the many colorful ways that the instructors have set the music to colorful landscapes and scenescapes. Let's see if your favorite colors and songs about colors made it into our repertoire today. But before we begin, a big thank you to our parents out there for their support of the DGC program, and an additional thank you to all of our singers for sticking with it. Showing up each Wednesday, their commitment and dedication was amazing. I myself cannot even imagine spending most of my day in a room Zooming a classroom and then somehow looking forward to Wednesday nights and Danville Girls Chorus. But these girls did. Bravo. And now for our first song. It's actually a medley entitled The Rainbow Medley, and it features 3 individual songs. The Rainbow Connection from the Muppet movie, Look to the Rainbow from Finian's Rainbow, and the beloved Somewhere Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz. The medley ends with a mashup of all 3 songs, which was done by our very own Sierra D. Rainbows have always been magical and mystical, and they are a sign of hope and a sign of promise. We invite you to sit back and enjoy all of the colors of the rainbow in this stunning medley.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where trouble smells like lemon drops away on the chimney top. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why and why can't I? Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and must one be over the hill? Rainbows are visions, lovely illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hold our dream. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know you're all going to see. Someday we'll find it, a rainbow connection, the lovers and the dreamers and I. La-dee-doo, the lovers, the dreamers and me.
I hope you enjoyed that beautiful version, and especially the solo by Aaron Hennessy in the middle. A big shout out if you're out there and you have your computer, you're welcome to type in who you are, where you are, what city or state you might be in, or even country. And a big shout out to some of our DGC alumni. Hi, Mia Scatini. Hello there, Grace Thompson. Hi, Avery Chapman and Matt Warner. Whoops, he wasn't really an alumni of DGC, but we'll fake it anyway. Our next choir is the Honor Choir. They will be singing a song written by John Lennon and Paul McCartney, and obviously performed by the Beatles. This might be one of the hardest songs on the program because it is 4-part harmony and a cappella, meaning no instruments or backup. It features 5 talented soloists and an incredible whistle solo by our very own Marnie Desmond. Here is the Danville Girls Chorus Honor Choir singing their a cappella version of the ballad Blackbird.
Dun 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 dun. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. wings and learn to fly. Caroline, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise.
Thank you, Honor Choir. That's actually one of my favorite Beatles songs. As you can see and hear, even in these virtual times, DGC is still providing a quality music and educational experience to our singers. We want to be able to continue providing it in the future. Normally, the ticket sales from our Pops concert generate approximately $5,000, which helps to fund our overall program so that we can keep tuition affordable for our families. We appreciate the support that each of you has already given your singer in DGC and want to thank you by providing this concert free of charge. However, if you'd like to make a donation, even the $15 ticket fee that you would have normally spent, we would definitely welcome it. All donations are tax deductible, but more importantly, it ensures that your singer can continue to benefit from this excellent program. Now, donating is simple. You start a new text and type in this phone number, 925-230-4661. Again, that's 925-230-4661. And then type in the word give. Then follow the prompts to securely donate via your credit card. No amount is too small or too great, and your credit card information is completely confidential between you and our provider. We thank you in advance for supporting this wonderful program that does so much for our girls. And now, back to Ken and the show.
Thank you, Becky. And people out there, if you do donate, you're welcome to tell us in the chat and encourage your friends and family members to do the same. Next up is our beginning level choir, the preparatory chorus. This introductory chorus has girls in grades 3 and 4. They will be singing about green eggs and ham with adorable handmade posters and skies of blue, red roses too. Under the direction of Miss Angela Borba, with the help of accompanist Julie Wolin and assistant Grace Thompson, here is our preparatory chorus.
Thanks, Mr. Abrams. It has been an amazing year in preparatory. Although this year has been anything but typical, our singers have remained excited and positive every rehearsal. For this concert, we wanted to choose a piece that reflects the energy and enthusiasm we've seen every Wednesday. Green Eggs and Ham from Seussical the Musical was the perfect fit with its rousing tempo and fun, silly lyrics. Each singer was given photo assignments to express the song in their own way, and I'm sure you will enjoy watching as their creativity oozes out of the screen. We present to you our preparatory version of Green Eggs and Ham.
Green eggs and ham, I do not like them, so I am. I do
We would like to now slow it down a bit to present to you a beautiful performance of the well-known, well-loved song, What a Wonderful World. It is my feeling that the only thing more beautiful than the lyrics and melody of this song is young children's voices singing it and pairing it with sign language. We hope this song serves as a reminder that even in the most unexpected times, it is still a wonderful world. There's always so much to be grateful for. A red rose, a rainbow in the sky, a baby growing older with each passing day, and working with your wonderful daughters as they develop their musical skills. Thank you for entrusting their music education to DGC. We are grateful for the music and memories made this year. Enjoy What a Wonderful World.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do? They say, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors on the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They say, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful
Thank you, Ms. Borba and the preparatory choir. I am continually amazed at what our youngest members accomplish during normal times and have been even more so in this virtual environment this year. Now, next Tuesday, Mr. Abrams will be holding audition for next year's choristers. If you happen to know of any girls who love to sing and will be in 3rd to 8th grade this fall, please put them in touch with us. We'd love to see them singing with DGC. Information and audition signups can be found on our website, danvillegirlschorus.org. And for all you returning families, you will receive an email shortly about next year's choir placements. Now shifting to something a little different. As you know, DGC is an organization run entirely on the help and support of our parent volunteers. And without parents willing to give of their time, we would not be the wonderful organization that we are. Many of us on the board have daughters who will be graduating from the program this spring, creating vacancies on our board and committees for next year, and new opportunities for you to be involved. So I'm shamelessly recruiting for next year's leadership of DGC. I would love to talk to any parent interested in joining our board or leading a committee for next year. We promise it's a rewarding experience, and most take less than an hour of your time per week, while helping to ensure that Danville Girls Chorus can continue to provide outstanding programs and musical opportunities for your daughter. Please consider joining us. And now, back to Ken.
Thank you, Becky. It's true. This organization could never operate without the help of a core group of volunteers who makes it all happen. A special thank you to all of our board members. Those are President Becky Hennessy, Vice President Laura Lee McDonald, Treasurer Stephanie Canessa, Secretary Emily Imantani, Membership Bella Campos, Special Events Sherry Osmond, and Hospitality Amy Fagoni. If they were all here, I'd have them stand up and we would give them a rousing applause. You have no idea how hard they have worked this year, especially doing things like delivering goodie bags and treats to the singers. The most difficult in trying every year, making it a worthwhile nonprofit organization. My eternal thanks to each and every one of these hardworking volunteers, and maybe one of you at home is ready to step up and fill some of these necessary shoes on the board. And as Becky mentioned, it can't happen without you. Next up is our intermediate choir. They will be singing two beautiful songs, one from Disney's Pocahontas and the other from the ever popular Sound of Music. Their director, Mr. Seth, is in Hawaii on vacation. So he's coming to us live from the shores and the sand and the sun. With the help of accompanist Mary Jo Malabuyo and assistant Eve Arnold, here is Intermediate Choir. I think he might be muted or we have a lag getting to Hawaii. I'm going to just take out my cell phone and see. Are you there, Mr. Dorita? Seth?
I was muted. Can you hear me now?
We hear you loud and clear. Take over.
Hello from the beautiful island of Maui. Thank you again, Ken, for the kind introduction. While intermediates echo what Ms. Borba said about how different and trying this year has been for DGC, I can't help but reflect on the growth in musicianship and singing that has been accomplished through the Zoom screen. Every time I receive a recording assignment from these singers, I feel so proud of how far they've come. I feel so proud of how they're singing and how they're capable of learning all their parts independently without the help of someone singing right next to them. This all would not be possible without the incredible role models we have in class every week, our wonderful accompanist, Mary Jo Malabuyo, and our classroom assistant, Eve Arnold. Our first song is a crowd favorite from Disney's Pocahontas. It's called Colors of the Wind, featuring our soloist, Sofia Rojas.
Think you own whatever land you land on. The earth is just a dead thing you can claim. But I know every rock and tree and creature has a life, has a spirit, has a name. You think you're only equal, but people look and think like you. But if you walk the footsteps
Our next song is from the musical The Sound of Music. You wouldn't think that this song had anything to do with our theme of colors until you really listen to these words. There is a color to describe every single one of our favorite things. This age group of 4th and 5th graders love having the opportunity to sing a solo, and this performance will feature a bunch of little solos. I hope you enjoy My Favorite Things.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzels with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so
Next, intermediate choir and preparatory choir will join forces to sing the Beatles hit Yellow Submarine. It was also the title of their 10th studio album and provided a soundtrack for the animated series of the same name. Over to you, Angela.
Thanks, Dorita. The girls from prep and intermediate gathered together on Singers Saturday for one giant Zoom, and they created their Yellow Submarine inspired artwork for the performance. The pictures were created while listening to various arrangements of the song. We hope you enjoy this musical and visual interpretation of the Beatles' classic Yellow Submarine.
Thank you, preparatory and intermediate choirs. We also want to thank their director, Dorita Seth, who's in Hawaii, having fun in the sun and the sand on the shore, for 2 wonderful years of being with our DGC family. Mr. Seth is moving to Long Beach to finish his master's degree at Long Beach State, and we want to thank him for his outstanding contributions to the intermediate choir program and to all the singers who were under his direction. Mr. Seth, all the best to you. We wish you even more success as you fulfill this goal and pursue your musical dreams and aspirations. The apprentice choir is the third level of choirs at DGC, and it is the final step to concert choir. It consists of girls in grades 5 through 8. Their program is green and blue, which I think Mrs. Brown makes teal. Here is their director, Mrs. Jennifer Brown, with the help of accompanist Lori Hugel and classroom helper Naya Pratt.
Thank you so much. This wonderful time of year always makes me think of green. Our hills after a rainstorm and all the beautiful plants that grow so well in our part of the world. This year in particular, I have felt a little green, as in very inexperienced when it came to learning how to Zoom and sound recording and video editing. Yet green also means life, renewal, growth, and hope. Here's hoping this next year is lush and green for us all.
Mrs. Brown, we are having a little technical difficulty on our end. I think that Hawaii call kind of got into the airwaves or something. So I, unfortunately, retired this year, but you continued working. And I'm very curious, as a teacher, what is it like to be doing online teaching? And now I believe you're doing a different kind of teaching.
I'm doing hybrid teaching where I have half of my singers are online at home where they can sing, and my other half are in the classroom where they can't sing unless we go outside and stand 6 feet apart and have our black masks on, and that they're not mowing the lawn or cutting down the 3 redwood trees or reconstructing our old rooms all at the same time.
Oh my goodness. So
it's a new rhythm section.
How long, when did you go back to the hybrid? This is San Ramon Valley Unified School District. When did your school go back to hybrid?
Oh my gosh, I'm delirious. I think it was sometime in March. It's
In
all
March.
blurred. Yeah.
And then, so from September all the way through to March, you were?
I was online. You know, I was at home singing a solo that whole time because I couldn't hear my kiddos singing unless, you know, I had them on mic individually.
So for me, I think having to do Zooming has really upped the bar. I feel like kind of a virtual DJ. I have my music ready to play. I have my pictures ready to share and to show.
We're YouTube stars.
It's been a unique experience. And also, I don't know if people realize, on our videos, you did all of the editing of the music and the software and everything, correct?
Yes.
And what is that like? My
I can't see out of my right eye anymore. My eyes used to be the same, and now one can see close and one can see far. It takes me, depending on the song, 10 to 16 hours for 1 3-minute song.
That was going to be my next question. How long does it take you? Wow, that's incredible. So we're going to get back into the program now. I've got thumbs up that all of the airwaves to Hawaii have been cleared out. And Jen, remind us, what's your first song?
So I'm back to the original order?
Yes.
Yay! Okay, so I do first want to say that I have been so blessed. Mr. Abrams introduced Naya, who has been my helper for the last 2 years. I don't know what Mrs. Hugel and I are going to do without her. They're letting her go to college. I wish they would fail her so we could keep her, but that's how it works. And the apprentice girls, of course, have also been blessed by working with the talented Wonder Woman, Mrs. Hugel, who is an example of true kindness and calmness and true blue. And blue is a very interesting word. It can mean the beautiful color of the sky or water, the feeling of calm, yet it also can mean sadness and melancholy. This past year may have left us feeling a little blue, but let's now look to the horizon and up to the sky as the Apprentice Choir presents Blue Skies by Irving Berlin.
Blue skies, smile at me. Nothing but blue skies do I see.
Hi, thank you so much, Apprentice Choir. And thank you to everyone who has already donated to Danville Girls Chorus. And if you haven't had the chance yet, please remember you text this phone number, 925 230 4661, and then type in the word give. That's 925 230 4661, and then type in the word give. Remember, we are offering this virtual concert for free, so please do consider donating what you would normally be charged at the door.
Thank you, Becky. I've got some more shout outs coming up really quick. These are alumni. Malou. Hi, Malou. I know your sister is here. McKenna Peterson and also Nikita. Thank you so much for joining with us today. And for all of our families out there, a big thank you for considering to make a donation on top of the normal tuition that you pay. It really is going to go a long way this year. And speaking of this year, we're looking forward to next year and thinking about what's going to happen next year. And that's always difficult. So we're hoping that maybe some families out there have some neighbors, some friends, some colleagues who have children who would love to sing. They probably should be females, and they should probably be in grades 3 through 8. So if anybody in your scope has any of those qualifications, we'd love to have you spread the word and tell them about DGC. I've been here for nearly 30 years, and I am so proud of this organization and the musical education and the decorum and the esprit de corps that we provide to our singers. It's quite something unique. It's all about the girls. And I can't wait for next year when we actually all get back together and we can be in the same room and listen to the music, hold your loved one's hand and listen to that beautiful solo and have tears running down your face and knowing the electrical chills of what happens when we're together as a community and as a group of loving people. So thank you so much. All right, so I think we're about ready to get back to Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown, are you there? Mrs. Brown?
Hi.
There
I'm
she
here.
is. So, Mrs. Brown, do you have a lovely daughter?
I do have a lovely daughter, and
And
she
was
was in DGC.
That's what I was going to ask.
She was a helper to preparatory, her favorite group, and still singing.
And didn't she just get married?
She did just get married to a young man from choir.
Now that's the way to really live. Two
I will
swinging
have
singers.
beautiful singing grandbabies someday.
Someday.
Not soon enough, but someday.
Well, we hope the best for them. Okay. All right. So, Mrs. Brown, would you like to introduce your next song?
Yes, I would love it. Now, if you have the feeling of deja vu, just ride with it. So, this time of year always makes me think of green, our hills after a rainstorm and all the beautiful plants that grow. This year, as I said, I felt a little green, learning like 5 or 6 new different programs on how to video and how to edit it and how to do the songs and the recording and line up all the voices together. It's been quite the challenge. Yet remember, green means life and growth and hope and renewal. And here's hoping that from now on that our life will be lush and green. Apprentice now will present a song from the great composers of The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast, hoping that we all find somewhere that's green. DGC is the greatest, so on Zoom we could sing the safest. So we held some drive-bys, so King Ken was a blast. Songs we'd love singing today, and our harmonies were true beauty. And we dream of a place where we can sing together at last.
On a matchbox of our own, a fence of orange chain link, a grill
Thank you, Mrs. Brown, and thank you for that wonderful solo. Next up is a little program of 8th grade promotions. Some of these girls have been with me or us in the program since 3rd grade, which would mean for 5 long years. After they leave us, I hope that they continue singing. We have some wonderful, wonderful high school programs in our district and in the area, and just never stop, girls. This is your moment to enjoy. And I know your 8th grade year was probably not the most memorable year of your life, but just think how good it's going to get when you do get to high school. So with that, I'm going to roll the slideshow and share with you our promoting 8th graders. Ariana Arnold, Rhea Bandari, Sophia Fagoni, Sabby Gruel, Aaron Hennessy, Mitra Countinia, Gabriella Leigh Langurian, Caitlin Osmond, Dia Rajaram, Prisha Sinha, Sydney Spezia, Julia Thompson, Grace Sang, and Allison Wilkins. Congratulations to all our promoting girls. If this was a live concert, everybody would be cheering, applauding thunderously. So here you go. That's as loud as I can make it happen. That's all for you. Congratulations to our 8th graders. And now back to the show. Next up is the honor choir singing Blue Moon, a song that was written by the Broadway team Rodgers and Hart way back in 1934 and recorded by nearly every major pop singer in the 1950s. It was then re-released in 1961, 60 years ago, by the Marcells in this bebop rendition that we will be performing today. Joined by a very special guest artist and garbed in his white tuxedo and pink carnation, here is the honor choir with Blue Moon.
Blue moon, blue moon, blue moon, blue moon.
You saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you knew just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I really could care for.
Wow, 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 wow.
And then there suddenly appeared before me, the only one my arms will ever hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold, blue moon. Now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. love of my own.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Without a love, without a love, without a love of my own. Blue moon, blue moon, blue moon.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun to make. And Dorita, you just gotta buy the white tuxedo and have it in the closet for your next cruise. Now, a quick note of thanks to my accompanist, Sierra D. Rankin, who not only did all of the piano and backup tracks for all of our songs today for Concert and Honor, but also managed to do all of the creative and nifty video editing that you've just been seeing, especially what you just saw with those children and the girls and their fathers. An equal shout out to our classroom assistant, Kirsten Torkelson, who desperately helps Mr. Abrams at all of our Zoom meetings and keeps things running smoothly. Thank you both. And a third final thank you to our technical director, David Flashner, who's putting this all together today and making it all magically happen. Thank you, David. Our next song was written by Paul Simon for a group called The Circles, who happened to be the opening act for Simon and Garfunkel's Roadshow way back in 1966. It's a song about love gone bad. Make sure you follow the bouncing ball to our rendition of Red Rubber Ball.
I should have known you'd bid me farewell. There's a lesson to be learned from this, and I learned it very well. Now I know you're not the only starfish in the sea. If I never hear your name again, it's all the same to me. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. You never cared for secrets I confide. For you I'm just an ornament, something for your pride. Always running, never caring, that's the life you live. Stolen minutes of your time were all you had to give. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining like a red rubber ball. The stories in the past with nothing to recall. I've got my life to live, and I don't need you at all. The roller coaster ride took is nearly at an end. I bought my ticket with my tears, that's all I'm gonna spend. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining through a red rubber ball. And I think it's gonna be alright. Yeah, the worst is over now. The morning sun is shining through a red rubber ball.
Ready? And thank you, Honor Choir. Just a quick little reminder about the text to donate. If you haven't had a chance to do it, please consider doing it. These are hard times, and we would really appreciate your support. So consider doing that. You can always do it after the show as well. You can also send that link to any family and friends also, and it's tax deductible, so make a contribution. And now at this time, we'll be announcing the recipients of the Singer of the Year award for each choir. These special girls did their very best in a multitude of ways: attendance, turning in their recordings and videos, being pleasant, polite, helpful, and it goes on and on and on. Let's start with our beginning chorus, the preparatory chorus. Here is Miss Borba.
This year in preparatory, our super singer was a joy to work with. She was always smiling, always positive, and giving it her very best. And her name is Kara Lee.
Next up is the intermediate choir with Mr. Seth.
This year, the intermediate super singer goes to someone we can count on to have their recording in on time, but also sing fearlessly and lead fearlessly their notes of their section. This person is also just a joy to work with and is unafraid to share in their culture. This person is Makana Palmer.
And Mrs. Brown with the apprentice choir.
The apprentice super singer's name means spring-like and fresh. It perfectly describes her and her joy of singing. Our singer is Aviva Feder.
Congratulations. So we normally give out one singer of the year for honor choir and one for concert choir. But this is an exceptional year, so we're going to make exceptions. I've had 3 students this year who really went above and beyond every single week. They did everything that was expected and more, and more, and more. These 3 ladies were my little section leaders, and I'd like to introduce them one at a time. In the soprano section, we had Rhea Bandari. Rhea, delightful personality, always pleasant to be with, and thank you so much for helping out. Next up is our second soprano, and that's Gabby Lay Langurian. Gabby's a little more on the quiet side, but Gabby gets the job done. And Gabby was always pleasant, polite, and helped the girls to figure out whatever they needed. Last but not least, we have on the altos team, Sabby Gruel. And Sabby Gruel really bumped it up by the end of the year. The altos had more recordings than any of the other sections combined. So Sabby, your little texting and reminding people went miles further than my bantering and my badgering them to get things turned in. All 3 girls, my hat's off to you. You were angels sent from heaven. I'll start crying if I think about it anymore, but you certainly made this old man's job much easier, and thank you for being on my team. So now we wanted to thank you for all of you out there for joining us in this YouTube virtual Pops concert, and thank you to all of our donors and supporters. I think we've only raised about $1,000. Last time we raised $3,000. So maybe somebody's out there just waiting to bump it up at the very last second. I hope so. Singers, don't forget the DGC drive-by is today starting at 2 p.m. at the LDS Church, which is at the corner of Old Orchard and Sycamore in Danville. Some people are coming at 2, some at 2:15, some 2:30. By 2:45, we are going home. You'll be getting your Super Singer Awards, your Singer of the Year Awards, and a very special end of the year gift. You'll also have the opportunity to say hi, thank you, and goodbye to your DGC staff members. Our last song is the title and theme of the concert, True Colors, celebrating the DGC spirit of every color under the rainbow, and including themes of inclusiveness and brotherhood or sisterhood. We combine on this one the concert choir and the apprentice choirs for this spectacular finale that we dedicate to all of our teachers with love and thanks from Ken Abrams. Here is True Colors.
You with the sad eyes, don't be discouraged. Oh, I realize it's hard to take courage in a world full of people. You can lose sight of it, and the darkness inside you makes you feel so small. But I see your true colors shining through. I see your true colors, and that's why I love you. So don't be afraid to let them show your true colors. True colors are beautiful, like a rainbow.
Thanks again, everyone, for joining us in this virtual Pops concert, and thank you to everyone who donated to the cause. I hope you're not getting a sunburn out there in Hawaii, Mr. Seth. Naya, I hope that you have a great time at Senior Ball tonight, and everybody else, I hope to see you at the drive-by today at 2 o'clock, Sycamore at the corner of Old Orchard. This concert was a pot of gold. A pot of gold and a black tie affair.
Who I caught you red-handed.
We're just tickled pink.
Well, I'm just green with envy.
It's not easy being green.
They say the grass is always greener on the other side.
But let's paint the town red.
How about we just end this concert and get out of here? Because this talk is going to make me black and blue. Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Bye, Naya.
Have a great
You
summer.
guys have to drive through.
Naya, have fun at home.
Get out of the pool, Mr. Seth.